or like they were, you know, in psych, but
So that really didn't operate the same way like a USO did during the war, huh?
Not quite.
so then, we all had our, you know, little orders beforehand and, you know, and don't flirt with any of them and this and that. And then we had guards, you know, and they would tell the fellas, anybody does anything out of, you know, that you're not supposed to, it cancels it for everybody. And so if you're the one that causes a problem and you cancel it for everybody, then all the other guys are gonna be missing out on the square dancing and they're gonna attack you, so everybody on their best behavior, this is something else. Well, anyway, so we had that like maybe once or twice a week, and I'll tell you, some of those, well, we were all about the same age, some of them, nice looking guys and stuff, and a couple of the girls, maybe like 2 or 3 of them, they danced with the same fella and there was a little crush going on, you know, you could tell. And what they did, 3 of the
Was it a
fellas.
murderer?
The what?
They crush on the murderer?
Well, we
They didn't
we
know for sure
we
why
didn't-
they were there.
Yeah, well, we couldn't
Or which
ask or
one?
discuss why, but we had a
Oh,
good
you
time
knew
though.
who was.
We didn't know who
Oh,
was, no,
yeah.
we didn't know what their crimes were, it could've been
Okay.
rape, it could've been anything, you
We
know.
just got together.
But supposedly they had psych problems and were locked up. But, that was the most fun being there, though, when they were on their best behavior, you know, pull out a chair for you and, you know, just, yeah, it really was something, they were just gentlemen because they knew
Pat,
if somebody screwed it up for the rest.
you want some of this? Bring home to the girls?
Yeah, if you
Are
want.
you? Yeah. How much?
Yeah.
Lots of
Hey,
it?
Sandra, why don't you keep the
Oh, like
cucumbers, will you keep the
Halloween?
cucumbers?
Oh, yeah, I'll take
Because
that.
I've got another cucumber at home.
Okay,
Michael Myers?
do you
And
want
then
some of
put that-
this?
And then put some of that in
Okay.
that container. How would that be?
Oh,
The cucumber
oh,
container.
gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah, you keep the cucumbers and we'll. But that
I
was
just asked Ian
interesting.
what the guy's name was in Halloween.
I keep
Michael Myers.
Oh,
Maybe there was a Michael Myers among that
I threw
group.
it in there.
Could be. But that was memorable though. That really was. Boy, did we square dance. It's not get too close and you know, swing around, you really, and there the guards were all around and everything, so boy, everybody was really best behavior.
Reminds me of, that reminds me of our weddings, Andrew. Guards all around, you know.
Gosh,
Keep her from running away, you know what I'm saying?
is that little church still yours or not? They built it.
No, and then don't you love that church?
Yeah, so
And
what
I
was it
loved
for?
Wozniak, and I can't find anybody
I don't
like
think
him.
anybody-
It was bulldozed.
Was it Bulldog?
Was it Ian?
Yeah, the little church in,
Burkhardt.
Bulldozed.
yeah.
Really?
But they kept
I thought
the.
somebody turned it into a house.
I bet it may have happened. They had after Wozniak, there was a woman pastor there for a while.
Oh,
In fact,
yeah.
that woman was, did Wozniak officiate,
Maryland.
Sandra?
Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
But,
I loved him.
but
Oh
later,
my
a
God,
woman
he's
took
nothing like
over,
him.
and then I heard that she left for another church or something
No,
like that.
she built a church right by it, and
That was by Ma's house.
also Redeemer.
Oh, okay,
Remember,
okay.
Robert?
So she built that.
Yeah, she
No,
built it.
Sandra,
Okay.
you had a male minister, didn't you?
Oh, that was Wozniak. I loved him.
What was it, Wozniak?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, he was
Arnold
very nice.
Wozniak, I just loved
He
him.
was very nice.
But he was so sociable. He used to come to Ramsey too, you know, to see patients there too. Why haven't I seen you in church? You know, I just loved him. I really did love him. And when he passed away, I was very sad.
Yeah, that was a cute little church, and when
Yeah, it
you
was
got married,
Very warm. It was
yeah,
a
you
warm
walked
church.
down the aisle, you sang a song, did you play the guitar?
Yeah, with your friend.
Yeah, Kathy, yeah.
Kathy.
But
Yeah.
did you sing it, or did she, or you played
No,
the guitar?
that was her sister that sang.
Yeah, but then you.
It was
came down the
Diane and
bench.
I playing the guitar and she sang.
Okay.
Have you ever heard anything so unique?
You know, I don't remember either. Of course,
Something's wrong again.
I was highly sure, you know. So it took me like 4
Yeah.
times before I could make it to the end. I kept coming too soon, and I ended up tripping over people sitting in the pews. And that's what I did. It was really a mess, Pat. Honest to
Yeah,
God.
Yeah, no, we're there.
That woman I
And then Wozniak just said, just say yes. And I did, and you know,
Yeah,
so wild.
he had
it was
fun
all
with,
a terrible
he had
mistake.
fun with us though. I mean, you know what, he was,
She was sweating.
oh,
She was really nervous. And she had her, I don't know, there was a thing going on back there, you know. Write your own vows,
Yeah.
your wedding vows.
Yeah.
So she comes up and says, we gotta write our own wedding vows. And I said, you gotta write your own wedding vows. I'm not gonna do it here, man. Well,
So did you?
I ended up.
Did you still have a copy of it?
Hell no.
Sandra, do you have copies of
no,
it?
in fact, I forgot half of
Called
it.
that up.
And
Wrote
Wozniak,
it on.
and Wozniak.
Threw away the evidence.
And Wozniak filled it in for me. That's how unique he
Well,
was.
she wrote her little,
My
whatever
God.
it was she wrote.
Yeah.
She wrote it on a piece of paper and then she taped it to her wrist. So she could get through it, you know. Well, then by the time she gets to it, of course, she was sweating and it ran all the ink and she couldn't breathe.
So I have Wozniak fill in for me.
So it all came
Good,
down.
good, good
I got
enough.
through mine, you know, and I just hated every word, you know. All this sort of thing. And so Sandra's gonna read hers, you know, exchange files, right? So she looks at her wrist, you know, she goes, and then she looks again. And it's all, and then I look at it, you know, and of course all the ink is running, you can't read a damn thing, you know. So Wozniak says, you may start your vows, Sandra. And she just says, hey, whatever. That was it.
Sandra, do you still have her wedding dress? Where's that?
Oh, I got rid of that too.
It was the most adorable wedding dress.
It was, but you know what?
What?
She hung
It
it up
was
in the
hanging in
garage
the
and it got
closet
filthy, so we had to
in,
throw it away.
in Edina. Oh, I know, and you get a wet basement, right? And it soaked it all up. In the Hopkins, remember I lived in that
Yeah.
Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, that basement flooded.
You know, see, I have mother's wedding
Yeah,
dress,
Hopkins
and
or
we had it
Wisconsin.
cleaned, you know.
Hopkins.
And
Which
it's in a
basement?
big
Wisconsin.
box, it's in my garage up on the shelf, but what, you know, some people, what they'll do with the wedding dress is, you know, cut it and make a pillow or something out of it, but, it's got, she had the longest train ever. But anyway, so what do I do with that? And when
Penny,
she,
Was
and
the
you want some of
engineer
this?
part of the
Oh, absolutely.
ceremony?
Well, get over here.
I'm sorry,
Was the
It's
engineer
Debbie
part of the ceremony?
Did you
or-
find my container?
yeah.
Yeah, but I can put all kinds of stuff in there.
I don't understand what trains have to do with weddings. I don't know what the
Yeah,
it's so when it's
you-
time
They
to
get you
start.
there.
You remember the grandma sold the past
You
two
just take,
land.
I just needed
She
it.
built a church on.
Oh,
Yeah,
Take this nice.
yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
it's
So-
Maryland.
Look at this.
that little church that you like.
That was your grandma's land.
Sandra's parents provided the land for the
I can,
church.
I'm the only one eating this, that's why.
That
Can I
looks
have some
nice.
potato salad?
Well, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Whatever you
Then
want.
Sandra's father had
Bigger one.
German POWs working on
I got
it
some-
Well, I'm not gonna eat that much potatoes. I'll just put it in the thing.
in
What
near
is it?
Hudson there.
That's interesting, and I
Well,
bet,
I don't need. I'll
because
just
they're
leave
treated
it plain
nicely.
for potato
Oh, they
salad.
were Geneva conventions, the Germans loved it. That's, for
Yes.
most
Is
Germans,
Mark gonna be
That's the best they ever
gone
did.
Sunday?
plenty of
Yeah,
food,
He's coming home.
fresh air.
Well, then bring something, you don't have to cook.
Yeah,
ah,
many German POWs stayed, and
I
many
just
more
need something for work.
came back after they went to Germany. They saw a country that was just basically blown to bits.
Here.
So a lot of them applied to come back in, and a lot of POWs ended
want
up
me to-
living in the United States.
You want some salad? I got some salad left over.
Wonder
You want
if
some
I'm
salad?
That's fine.
And put
One of
this
our
on
Braun
here?
was a
You want some of this?
scientist in
Yeah,
Germany
yeah.
and had in
No,
fact
you gotta
advanced the
eat it.
Germans.
I'm not gonna eat it all.
It was-
Go ahead.
Werner von Braun,
Here, first
What do you
put
want in here?
who
some Jello.
had the Germans ahead of the
This
Americans
is just
in
cranberry.
nuclear physics
Well, like,
and in the
Is
atomic
that
bomb.
nut?
And then, of course,
More?
when the war was
This
over,
is another
he knew where
spoon.
his bread was gonna be buttered, cause he could bargain. And so whether he was put in prison or anything
Yeah,
like
and I'll
that,
take
we
the rest.
brought
I
him
do
over
like
here
it.
along with
Yeah,
probably,
great job.
2 or 3 dozen other German
The more fruits,
scientists.
the
And
better.
basically,
And
it was
this, you want me
those
to throw
Germans
that?
How if I
who
put that
created
in a
our
little
space
baking, just a
program.
little.
Yes,
piece of
yes.
Because
God,
we
it
were,
really
we
is
were
good on
behind,
your salad.
way
I'm
behind.
telling you. And I
We should
know
have
you're
brought some of the cotton.
You are a
Okay,
salad.
I guess that's a good idea. Let's
Because
throw a
the German
little
made
salad
cotton
in here.
really quality.
That'll be
You know, I
perfect.
think.
Not now.
Thank you.
Well, it depends on what you get. Now,
The
like,
Mercedes-Benz and
Yeah.
the British cars, they don't meet the American
Yeah.
standards anymore.
and Jeep doesn't either, you know,
Jeep's,
and
Jeep's probably gonna go away.
Yeah.
Jeep and Ram truck and a few other
I
brand
don't care
names
what you
are,
said.
Yeah.
they're about gone.
You know, between like Lexus, and they compare Lexus and Mercedes.
Where's my,
And I was talking to my brother about it, you know, they have it's an old Lexus.
Can I
now,
help
but it
with
just runs
anything?
and runs. I think they've got over 200,000
well,
miles.
we're pigging out and then
But I
We still
like the
got
looks
more
of
to
a
pig out.
Mercedes over the Lexus, I don't like that grill.
Everything was
I don't
delicious.
like that, but
Oh,
my
it
brother was
was.
saying that Mercedes
Perfect, thank
is
And
more
then I made
expensive to
some mess.
maintain than the Lexus.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I like.
I
the
make
looks
this
of some
every
of
day,
the
so don't
Mercedes
worry about
grill.
it.
Well, the
But
Lexus is just
Lexus
a tricked
grill.
out Toyota.
It's a Toyota,
Yeah, I know, I
And
don't
they-
like the grill, I don't like the grill on it, I think it's ugly.
And then
Well,
I
they're
don't eat the
putting,
food.
they've got a real problem. Chrysler, Jeep, and,
More? One more?
Chrysler, not necessarily all of the
Pat?
Chrysler brands
You
or
want,
GM
want some
brands.
salad tonight? This is what I got left.
And
What you don't want. I got some more in there.
Lincoln is not quite
It's up
as
to you.
standard,
Sure.
but those are all named
We got just a little
places.
few
Probably not
cupboards
gonna
where
be
we
around
can
in a
get
year or
this out of
two.
the way.
You know, I think Buell has kind of maintained itself though,
It's just a
Yeah,
niche
That's
now.
perfect, good.
it's what?
It's just a niche.
Oh, no.
You know, because
You got away.
I've
That's it,
made some
yeah.
good things, it hasn't had the
I just
problems
did
that a lot of the
before.
other cars have had.
Right here, right here.
But I've been real pleased with my VW, boy.
Have that on
Well,
yourself.
what they've done, a lot of the car makers have made it, they have what's called a CVT, and that's a
It wasn't
constant variable transmission. And it hasn't been dead, it hasn't been, it's new, and they're putting
Jeez,
it,
they did a nice job.
instead of most like mid-size SUVs, like your Volkswagen.
You don't have a little plastic container, do you?
Pari? Is
Pat.
that what it's called?
Golf.
No.
Here with,
Golf.
no.
Well, you gotta have
Okay,
Oh, why
I'll
don't you
get your
just-
bag.
Oh, okay. But anyway, mid-size SUVs always have a 4-cylinder and a
Then
6-cylinder
pour some
option.
more.
All-wheel drive,
Oh, I
some
don't, you
of them
keep it,
had
I have a whole
4-wheel
other
drive.
jar.
And that was fine, everybody
Why
was
don't you get
happy.
another one?
But now they put this continuous variable transmission in, and they're breaking down just by the thousands and thousands. And the problem is that good
I'm not forgetting
RVs
that.
are
And you know,
turning into
it's
trucks.
light enough, that's what I love about it.
Oh, yeah,
It's
the
really
quality's
light.
not there. But I got some really nice snow tires, I shouldn't say
No,
snow
it's not
tires.
gonna work.
All year round,
Yeah.
Goodyear, I just had some put on 1,078
The more I
tires.
get, the less coordinated I am.
The tread is unbelievable.
Come to,
These are.
Yes, they do, but I had them.
These are.
there we go.
Oh, no, like Honda CRV.
You wanna finish the pork chops tonight?
Good, reliable Toyota and
I'm not gonna
Honda
have pork chops.
automobiles. They made the mistake,
But if
they
you
made
don't
a
want 'em, that's
mistake,
fine.
and they
It
put
might
these
be all of it.
CVTs in there,
Yes.
and now recall after
She
recall
might as well have
after
a
recall.
good salary.
It's too technical, getting too technical.
Where's your cover for this guy?
It's a constant variable
Sandra?
transmission.
Yes, ma'am.
Help
Which
yourself with
means
potato salad,
instead of a
finish
10-speed
whatever you want, you
transmission,
can go home
you
without
just
the,
have
help yourself.
one
I grabbed a little
One-
container.
Well, grab
one
enough for
gear that
yourself.
has varying amounts of power
This is your
allocated to
pile.
that gear.
Penny, take as much
So
as
instead
you
of
want.
shifting up, it shifts itself up
Well, you
electronically.
can take more than that.
And that has caused all
Wait, you
kinds
want
of.
more?
Be generous with yourself.
Why
She's
don't
got
we just have an
one more.
automatic transmission?
Well, they had
Take
that.
what
This
you
was
want.
something new
I
that
know,
they thought
it's
would
just
really,
me.
really enhance people's desire to buy cars, and it backfired on them because they're
Yeah,
falling
I'll get it.
apart on them.
But I got school
What's
here.
the
I
advantage
don't
of
have a container. I
The
already put mine
advantage
in a-
supposedly is they can get more power out of the
Put more
engine
in there.
I'll put it
than
in
you
a
could with
giveaway.
It's
with
underneath.
a 10-speed or a 6-speed transmission.
Last drawer.
Okay.
Nope, drawer.
This drawer.
Yeah, a friend of mine, she saw that she was getting a new car,
Joan's got the house
and she
down
was,
pat.
went to a Jeep
There's a
dealership,
few other
and
areas.
the one that was in the showroom, kind of a silver color, gray, whatever, well, she wanted that one. And so she bought it, and I didn't say anything to her, but it's, you know, it's geared for like pulling a trailer, all this kind of stuff, trailer hitch behind.
Oh, here,
She
here,
didn't
here.
need
This is
any
all
of that.
taken, you can
You
have
know,
some.
and it was how
But she
many
paid for
thousand
it.
more, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought this guy was just making a big sale. And I didn't say anything, you know, she wanted that one, and I said, what did your son say? He went with them, oh, that's really nice weather. How many thousands of dollars, it's geared low and everything, you know, to pull it. Well, she only had it a short time and the engine went
I
off.
got pictures with Lois telling it.
Oh, you
Do
will.
you want me to
Well,
take
yeah,
a picture it for you?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, wait,
yeah,
let me get the,
But there's, what's going on right now is that new cars
okay.
just hellishly overpriced. It's just bizarre.
Oh, that's okay.
and
My F-150
I'm gonna have a permanent
Go
bag.
next
is
to
a,
Owen.
is
Your
a
truck?
nice, the truck, my.
what is that,
my truck.
Ford truck, what is it, Chevy
It's a
truck?
Ford F-150 Lariat,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and that's, there's a base, and then this is kind of a little bit up from the base. It has leather heated seats, and that's about it.
Don't you
You
want,
know,
don't you want?
Air conditioning and radio.
I paid $43,900 for that car 8 years ago.
Oh, wait, no.
That
that's
same Lariat now
This one.
is $89,000.
Supposed to be
See,
And it's just,
picture.
and so what is
You can get
happening,
a
how many
movie.
miles you have on that now?
oh, less than 60.
See, well, that's, yeah.
See, that's, I've had it for
Oh,
And then maybe stand behind
8
you.
years,
no, you know what?
since 2016.
Get away from the window.
I know, it's kind of,
But
Because
what's
they're
happening
darker.
now with the car
Gotta go
industry
that way.
there you go, you can stand right there.
is that
I got you.
this outfit called Stellantis
Let's see how you and I can.
has purchased the nameplates
Here.
and the operations of a number of
You know what it is?
both GM,
I got a
Chrysler
dishwasher.
lines of cars.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's a kind of an international group.
Nice, those are nice.
And they cheapened costs, they cheapened
You want me to get
everything
one
on
of
the
yours?
production
With
line.
Lois.
Or Lois,
And now,
Here.
you can go to a car dealership that has 200 cars, probably 75 of them are pickup trucks, and they aren't selling.
just sit
Because
down
they're
there.
way, way overpriced.
Oh, yeah, oh, thank you
I
for
like it,
saying
you
that.
know, it's sweet.
So that Stellantis,
So watch
But
how
that's
this
okay,
way.
I don't like
that,
vinegar.
Do a couple.
She used to have it real sweet, but she's on the curve, so.
Yeah. We're, what's a couple? That was good.
How do you look at it? How do you look at it?
Real good cheap.
so that Stellantis is gonna go belly up, and it's gonna bring,
Well, not too bad. That's pretty good.
it's gonna bring Jeep and Ram along with it, so a lot of the cars names, especially Jeep,
That used to be
iconic as
such a,
hell.
oh,
You know, it
another
goes
one.
back to World War II.
Oh, hey, give me your arm.
Oink, oink.
Because the
So they're
Jeep
just
of
gonna
today
disappear.
is not the quality of the Ford you go in out.
Just sit down next to her.
But you know what I've noticed though, ever
But now
since,
it's driving up the used car prices too.
oh, yeah.
And, so people are saying, no, I can't pay 75.
I've been.
So they're buying a used car, and then the used car prices are
That's terrible.
Watching like a
Yeah,
hawk.
you did.
Every day.
Okay, no, you didn't.
Well, why don't you hold her arm? Take her arm there. Get a little, yeah. Yeah, hit both hands, there you go. Get with the program. Smart, good. Yeah, it's,
Alright, so
it doesn't have
I
any,
gotta
it
make
makes
sure
me
that
sick.
she
And then I
cars.
go past the different car dealerships. And it's acres of all these cars. And I think a lot of those are 24s and now the 25s are coming in. What
All
do
right,
we do
where's-
with
is
all
this
those
your cover
cars?
for
They
this?
should put a new one on every
Nope.
2-3 years instead
Well,
of
the,
every year.
Where's your cover for
The
that, right?
automaker charges
I think
them
it was
for that
their-
space.
that's one.
It's called
yes.
floor
So the
plan.
difference-
I need a cover. Yeah, yeah.
And so when you go
No
and look
part
at a
of the color,
car, you look at the sticker, you
What?
want to
There's
find
enough
when
for
that
you
car
and your
was
love.
ordered. And what you're
I'll
finding
take
now
a
is
part
that
of a
finding
one, and I'll
cars,
have it for lunch
used to be
tomorrow.
that
I
it would
mean,
be
on
unusual
Sunday.
if a car was on a lot for 60 days. Usually cars sell, most of them sell between 30 and 45 days, some maybe
Yeah.
60 days. Now it's not unusual to find a car,
You get
a brand new
this-
Ram pickup truck, for instance,
Yeah.
$40,000 overpriced, $30,000 overpriced. It's been sitting on that lot for maybe 175 days. Well, think about it.
Yeah.
Those lots are usually open
Yeah,
air.
wait a minute,
You've
stop,
got the
don't
sun
leave
beating
that.
down, you've got the cold layer
That's
in the northern tier of states.
You
And there's
always,
something called
you always gotta,
lot lot.
no,
And
you don't.
literally,
I had to make
when
it
these
because
cars
I
are
didn't
not
know.
regularly started and warmed up, things like gaskets, bell cover gaskets,
They
and
just
other
gotta catch you with a
cylinders
little rubber
Rubber stuff.
and that sort of thing, they start to actually kind of deteriorate and build up a residue on them. And then, and to the point where
yes.
sometimes people are driving
I'm
out
gonna
with these
wash
cars
that
that
and
have
put it.
been on the lot for 175, 200 days. 3 or 4 months later, they're coming back and having to have major engine overhauls.
Here, yeah.
Wow.
Open the bottom drawer.
And the tires
This is
are
Dan.
rot.
Yeah, the tires.
The tires look brand new, but
Yes.
there's rot on the rubber because they've just been sitting
Goes on the
there.
bottom drawer.
Some of those cars aren't moved
Yeah.
for 6 or 7 or 8 months at a time.
And is
They
this-
might move them to the back row and then they stay there forever. And then each and every month, they are charged for,
Now, I'm gonna,
over, like if it's any car that's beyond
that's the
90
first
days,
thing we're gonna watch.
starts getting a daily charge from the
We're gonna just,
manufacturer.
Here,
And then if it
I
goes
saw
over
this.
another amount of time, that charge is increased from them on and then increased again. And of course, now the dealers try to pass that along to the buyer.
Soak a little bit,
And most buyers are totally, you look at the window,
but one of those
the
is.
thing that's in the
Yeah.
window.
yeah, I
What do
know.
people look at?
No, I
They
know.
look at 2 things. What's the gas mileage and what's the price?
Did you,
But they
did you
don't look
guys
at
want a
what the
little bit of
breakdown is of the
sauerkraut?
price. And there's all kinds of
No,
factors.
probably not.
People buy things they don't
It's
even know
not a
what they're
strong
buying.
one.
That's
No,
how,
it isn't.
that's how.
It isn't. It actually
Want
is.
that for.
what happened was a Volkswagen is because the general manager,
It's on the
his
bottom.
family
drawer.
lived next door to us in Albert Lee, a couple doors over.
That really
and
is good, but.
he started my
right on the
brother's
south.
wedding and
Everything
vice
over
versa.
south.
So when my son had that accident,
Right there.
I didn't know that. The Saab dealer in Albert Lee wasn't there anymore. But then Jay, the general manager for Volkswagen, it could have been Chevy, it could have been Ford, anything. But it was, so I wanted to deal with him because I thought he'd
There
be
were so many
honest.
good things.
And he's been really good to
All,
me.
all delicious.
Yeah.
Not everybody's got money.
No, I was,
In fact, most are.
no, and the very first vehicle that I bought
This is
from
really
him,
neat.
it was.
Have something to
a
put that
Saab
in.
Mini. and they stopped making those a number of years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Stopped making them. But anyways,
That's just a,
I was
that's
looking
a tough
at it,
one.
and he said,
Then just leave it, I
well, she
know
bought
where
a
it
brand
is.
new one, he said, I
Oh,
will
there was, yeah, that one.
one to my wife.
But it's, they could stay right in here. Yeah.
Here's second one, a new one, and he said, I have, one that was like the vehicle. Yeah, that was, you know, and those cars, if you would hit, you know, you just take your hand and hit the fender, you could tell it wasn't all tin, you know, there was more
Higher gauge steel.
high, yeah, and, but you know, one thing though, and
See, your mom was
it
there.
took years before any of those would rust, but like with my Volkswagens, never had any of the rust.
Was he a
you know.
soft person?
They, you know, the quality, you know, it's not just tin like some vehicles, you know, they've improved that over the years, but. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember my '56 Chevy,
Oh, yeah, I've heard
and
of them.
the
Never
metal
seen one.
compared to the metal
Well,
on
yeah, I
cars
really
now,
have
I
seen
just, you know, I mean,
But you're talking about
the
way
metal
back.
was like that thick, you know. But of course they rusted because they didn't bring in rust proof.
No, no.
Sure.
These are just, I wash and then I drain it there.
Well, we have to do some socializing. Do you
You're
need some,
socializing.
do you need some help with anything?
No, I got my help.
Do you have a story?
I got plenty help.
Don't even try. I try to help Sandra all the time and she
We are
refuses it.
socializing. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that true,
If
Sandra?
you want to socialize in the dishes, that's fine.
How come you're making Pat do that?
She's not making me do anything.
Because she wants to.
Oh, you know, I can tell you, Sandra,
She's sitting on a chair. What?
you know, cousin Barb and her friend went to Dresden, you know, on the bus trip.
Yeah.
And then they have like, on the way home, then they exchange gifts, you know, you pick out one and Barb, her number one, she was number one.
Oh.
So she could go pick out a gift. And what it was that lock and lock. And it had the cardinals around it with a red lid.
Oh.
And Barb opened that and she was so excited. And she said, nobody ever better try to take this from me because you can take the gift. And she said, I don't think a lot of the women on the trip maybe were familiar with
With
lock and
lock and
lock
lock,
until we
yeah.
see. They thought, oh, here's another plastic container.
Yeah.
So Barb said, I kind of hit it and nobody came after it. But
Oh,
it's,
could they do that? Could they go after her gift?
yeah, everybody opens up their gifts and you can take somebody's gift and give them yours. And she was number one for picking a gift and she got the cardinal one.
Oh, that would be scary.
So they were on the bus trip and Barbara, and she was guarding, you know.
Right there.
With the cardinals. The only thing is, I said, but I bet it doesn't have the pie insert for lifting, and it didn't. But she said, well, she would take it from her other one because she does have a pie with so.
You hit it,
But
didn't
she
you?
said, I was so excited to get
Yes, you
that.
did. You hit it from me.
And
I
she
know
said,
you
I
did.
didn't know this
You had to hit
container.
The only thing
And they didn't know,
I think
you
it's
know,
the
that.
cookies.
So then the gal that had
Never.
given that, you know, all these gifts on the bus are wrapped. You know, each of the people that's riding on the bus on this trip, they all bring a gift like around $20 and they're about, you wrap it and then a number is called and then you go pick one of the boxes and my cousin had the first number and she got.
person I've ever known.
And
Where did she go?
that's a Dresden, yeah, which is the, where the Longaberger baskets, you know, originated. But there aren't any Longaberger is no more anymore, you know, the daughter screwed up when their dad died, but it's now called Dresden and Company. So they're making baskets in the United States with quality. But the hostess or the gal, the consultant, she does this trip every year and she's done the Longabergers and now she's transferring over to
I like
the
to do that.
Dresden Company baskets. And I went on this trip last year.
I can wash it.
And we get on the bus about, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning, and then we're en route, and then
And I might.
we all got a basket, newer basket, it's square one. And with our breakfast, the hostess, the head gal, she stops at McDonald's, and we had in there like but whatever those morning sandwiches are, the
Egg McMuffins.
those, and then she had like orange juice in there and maybe apples or something in that basket. She passed them all out and we kept the basket. But I'm not that impressed with them. I don't know.
The new.
I mean, I would never buy them, no,
Not
no.
new.
And if my niece was terrible, she'd probably like that one, but she's got it on my shirt, so she's not getting that basket. I don't need the basket.
What are you talking about?
The basket we got our breakfast in on the trip last year, that nice gray and black one, yeah.
You got a lot of baskets.
Yeah, but that was a Dresden and Company.
Well, you never know, you might find the right thing to put it in, because they have a bunch of different sizes. And
Oh, yeah, I've got several.
So have you been to New Ulm then, what Bob was talking about?
I've been a couple of times.
Did you go during Christmas then?
No,
Is that the-
no, it's probably like in the summer, early
Ah.
fall, to get the concertinas fixed.
Okay, no, because I thought that during Christmas time that they really.
I think they probably do.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's just that we
I
don't,
couldn't remember, I was thinking it was New Glarus, but it wouldn't
No,
be New Ulm.
right, New Ulm.
Yeah.
I've been through New Ulm, but I have not spent time in New
Yeah.
Ulm. And, you know,
It's
I
really
actually-
changed.
I actually went to a casino that was nearby.
Yeah, casino by New Ulm?
Yeah, not too far from it.
Really? Where?
It's called Jackpot Junction,
Oh, yeah, I heard of it. But I didn't
but
know
I
that
don't
was
know
by
what
New Ulm.
town it is, but it's close to New Ulm.
On the reservation. Yeah, Mark wanted to ask, like, hey, have you had any good luck lately?
I can't remember.
Yes,
Let me
yeah,
see,
and how
yes.
about Saturday?
No,
Okay, sorry.
no.
No.
Actually, in February,
Okay.
we were up at the casino. And I was there with the girl that I always go
Yeah,
gambling
yeah.
with, and her husband, was up there. And we were going to have dinner at the fancy restaurant. And at the time, her husband was being a jerk, and he said he wasn't gonna eat with us, and we went, okay, we don't care. And so we went in and we ordered our dinner. And we were just about going to be served our salad.
Black and white basket.
Oh, yeah.
And my friend's phone rang, and it was her husband who wasn't talking to her anyway, but he called and he said, I think they called Miss Ellen's name. He's from Honduras,
Yep, yep.
and actually he calls me Gringuita. But so she got up and ran out in the lobby of the restaurant because they have like a teleprompter thing that tells what the names of the drawing people are.
Ooh, okay, alright.
And we didn't go to eat supper until late. And so I think there was only one drawing left. It was every half hour for, I don't know if it was 3 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But anyway, it was the very last drawing. And every drawing, they drew 7 people's names. But you have to get to the area.
You ordered this, Sandra?
within 5 minutes.
Oh, no, this Penny.
Yeah, mine's over there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you're sweet. What can I do you for, Sandra, that we can?
what they were doing
Yeah.
was,
Did you
they
like
were
the
playing
game?
a game very much
It was a
like
little
Deal
bit
or No Deal.
bigger for me.
Really?
Just like that
So they
street.
had a table
It's not like you used to
full
make.
of little
It's okay. I don't
metal
know either.
suitcases, just like
Our,
on the
you
show.
know,
The show is big
changes as
suitcases.
you get older.
And
Oh,
they
yeah.
had a
You
table full
know,
of
you can't have
little
the things that you
suitcases
really
that were
love.
numbered.
No, you wanted purple,
And
huh? Is that
I
purple?
like purple.
Each of the 7
I
people
said I
that
like
were
purple.
called
Good. I should see
half
what-
hour would choose their suitcase. And some of the suitcases, when you opened them, just told you what you got.
Okay.
Some of
That's
the
all.
suitcases, when you opened them up,
Everything's
There,
clean.
okay.
said,
Cap wiped it up. You want
do you
cookie?
want
I'm gonna go.
what's in the
I'm gonna-
envelope number
The diff
3?
for Ellen.
Oh.
And so then you had to
No.
decide,
Whose
am I
line
gonna,
is this
am I
one?
gonna take whatever is
Sure,
in
can we
this
get- Are we
suitcase?
gonna have some more
Or am
wine?
I going to take envelope number 3?
Yeah, but,
And so.
I think, oh, this was
so
mine.
They did it actually
I'm just putting
6
stuff.
times.
I don't like
It
food
would be
sitting
half
out.
hour, 1 hour, 2 hour.
But by this
Maybe
time,
get some
you
more
made
wine.
it to the table?
Well, no. So the very last drawing
You're driving.
Well, we have
was
to
at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. It was
Sarah,
at
you wanna
9
get the other bottle of wine out?
The last
Will?
drawing was at 9 o'clock.
Let Ellen,
They drew the 7
open it.
names, and it was none of us. So
otherwise,
we were settling in to eat. But apparently, 2 of those 7
Dinner.
didn't show up,
See,
and so they
see, I
redrew.
sip on
Yes.
this.
Did you want me to open this, or what?
yeah, well, why don't we, because,
Well,
She's thirsty.
you don't have Diet Coke.
it's open.
It's already open. 'Cause I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
have-
Pepsi. You want Pepsi?
No, that's okay, why you got Diet Pepsi?
0.
No, oh, no, I'll
Zero
just- I just-
sugar.
No, here, I'll just take a little of this. Who would like some of
Pepsi
this?
with 0 sugar.
But I'm so intrigued, I can't, it's
Okay,
very
so-
It's better than
sensitive.
that.
No, later, maybe
2
later.
more names were
Yes.
called,
Do you want?
and
Ellen, you want
so,
some wine?
no, thank you.
Want to pass it? Give yourself some.
And that's when her husband called and said, I think they called her name.
Well, that was
Because he doesn't call me Ellen,
Yeah,
Give me a
that
little
was,
cold
yeah.
and you want a cold?
he goes, I'm pretty sure they called her name. So she ran out there and saw that
Here's the full glass.
this
Is
other
this
guy
Sanders?
had been
Sanders.
called, and she goes, there isn't another name there. Well, while she was standing there,
It popped up.
my name popped up. So she came running into the restaurant, and she kind of yelled at me and
Did you-
I
said,
resent the fact that I leave
hurry
the
up,
house
they
for a
called your
moment, and
name.
that's when the new
And I'm
wine
like,
bottle is
"You're
open.
right."
Well, we had to
And
check the,
because we used to always do
What am I
that, we'd always
supposed to
say,
think?
oh, they called your name.
put it in
You
your
know,
own place.
I'm looking
And
for
she
my glass
looked
now.
at me and she
Getting angry now.
yelled really loud. She goes, I'm not kidding, hurry up and run.
So what did you get?
Well, I started running.
Oh, I wonder if
And,
this
you
is-
know, I'm not in great shape, and luckily there was nobody in my way.
Wait, do you remember O.J. Simpson when he ran
It
through
was
the?
worse than that. And so I came running, and, you know, there were
And
people
God
standing
bless you.
all around because they were waiting in hopes that they were
He's
gonna
gonna
get
take
called,
something
and
that I-
whoever didn't
Put
show
some
up.
here.
And so I'm running,
You need to
and,
loosen up.
you know,
We need to loosen up.
not only am I agitated, but I'm beet red and huffing and
Ready
puffing.
to pass out.
And I run up there, and the guy at the desk goes, it's okay, you made it in time, He goes, just breathe, you know. But even while I was running up the ramp of that area, there were people lined up going, are you okay? I'm going, yes, I'm okay. You know.
Can I see it?
And so I got up there,
See how much damage is it?
and the guy goes, you need to fill out these papers, you know, before the They,
See straight
no,
up.
no, no, as long as I made it up there, you know, he just said, you need to fill out the papers. Now, this is the very last drawing, the very last 7 people. And then the lady that was doing the game thing said, everybody get over here right now, we're going to do the
Sweetness
thing.
level.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and she kept
I like
being
this.
quite forceful about
That's
it.
helpful.
And the guy at the desk said, you can sign the
I like
papers
white zinc, and
afterwards.
that's kind of a
Okay, I
sweet
hope it
Yeah,
won't.
yeah.
And
It's good
so
too, if you don't have
I went
this,
over
yeah.
there.
This is a lot
Well,
like it.
I
but
was
it's a little sharper.
the very last of the 7 people, so the other 6 got to choose before me.
This is a good.
Well, at about the
This is
3rd
good brand.
of my group, they opened one that said, do you want what's in the suitcase or do you want the envelope?
Helen,
Oh, okay.
And
I told her what.
they said, you know, I'm gonna take the suitcase. And when they opened the envelope, it was a lower amount.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And then they said, there are no more of that type of
Oh,
suitcase.
this is good.
So now you're gonna
This is
just
good.
get whatever is in
Yeah.
your suitcase.
Something,
Well, we went through the whole deal, and the guy right before me is a multimillionaire guy who has been real sick, but he
Listen to
just
this.
spends time and enjoys being there. And he picked his, and you know, it was fine. And then they said, okay, you're the last person. And there were like 6 suitcases left because all the other people, all the other 48 people had taken suitcases, so I think there were 6 suitcases left.
okay.
So I needed to pick my suitcase and 6 suitcases, and so I started going for one of the suitcases and I went, you know what? I think I'm gonna take this one.
Yeah, okay.
And I took it and opened it up, and it was the grand prize of $20,000.
Oh,
$20,000.
After all that.
And then everybody's going, do you need to sit down? Just going,
Did that put you in the same tax bracket as Elon Musk?
oh, absolutely.
I would
And
think
from
so,
where-
yeah.
With all the investments that I made with my original
Yeah.
financial advisor,
She's in
yes.
the spot
You know
on it.
what, did you see that rocket that was recaptured? Did you see the film about it? Elon Musk sent a rocket out into space and did whatever he did.
Yeah.
Oh, and
He's
then,
now able to bring the rocket back.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's captured by these spider arms or something.
Oh,
And
from the launch site?
so they're watching, and there's this dot is coming in from outer space.
Oh my God.
And you know, and the film I watched anyway, so it's coming in, and then you're it's looking. Well, what is that? You know, I mean, it's coming in like fast. You know, 17,000 miles per second or whatever it is, and so they can see it, and it's coming in, and then all of a sudden rockets come on.
Slow it down.
This thing that's coming into the earth, all of a sudden rockets start firing, and it starts slowing down, and it turns around, and it comes in like this, and it comes and it lands right on where it took off. And then these it's got these big arms, spider arms they're called, and they capture it, and then it shuts itself down, and there's a guy inside the building, and it's like they showed an insert of the guy in the building, you know, that was kind of doing this guidance thing. And it's almost like it was like one of those Sega games or those early 1970s games with the mouse and kind of a toggle switch. And you know, he's going this and this and typing this, you know, and he's got a big screen he's looking at, and the rocket's right in the screen, and he's doing all this sort of a thing. And then the rocket sits down, these big arms come and stabilize it, and then they shut the rockets down. And the guy who was doing the commentary, he says, you know, we changed the oil filter, changed the oil, and give it a good rub down, and it's good to go again. And that's
Wow.
about it, because it's
That's
reusable.
amazing, that's amazing.
Yeah,
You know, you look at the
it's the damnedest thing I
intellect,
ever saw.
like the intellect of
Wow,
Musk,
that is exciting.
and he's supporting
So what
Trump
kind of
now.
Yeah.
And then you look
Prizes did
at
the other
Yeah.
people
Kamala,
pick?
and
Oh,
she's
I
got that
call
little
her-
fat
It
thing.
was, the
Caroline,
lowest
I
that you
call
could
it
win, I
Caroline
think,
Key.
was.
Oh, I say. But you know, you look at the people she surrounds herself with, you know, the Hollywood people, they're all a
Yeah.
bunch of
Okay.
dits.
Either-
And,
They're all in the same air bubble.
Okay.
oh, God. You know,
And
what the. Yeah.
I think they had, and the rest of them were, you know, like 250, 550, 750,
Yeah, why forget about that
1,000.
1,000, huh?
1,500,
So it's
you know,
Yeah, you
2,000,
want money.
2,500.
Sure, 20,000.
It's a lot of different,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Well,
Yeah,
so then
yeah,
did you
yeah.
make it back to sign that paper?
But.
Oh, well, yeah, I went back and signed those
Yeah, it's
papers,
really,
but
you know, that
now
must,
it's late at night and the
you know,
guy
like, come
is
on.
just proud as all,
She
everything
cuts
was
down on
signed.
these people, and it's like, they've got a brain,
packets of
you know,
money.
high IQ, and
And he
she's
goes,
just.
here's your 20,000.
Do you know,
Two
did you-
packets
did
of
you see,
$10,000.
Oh, Brett Baer
cash.
interviewed her
And
for
I'm
that.
going, I'm
And she
not
was supposed to
taking
be at
that.
5 o'clock.
She goes,
came at
he goes, what do you
5:15,
mean?
Only wanted 15 or 20
I said, I
minutes.
mean, I'm not taking
And then
that
they
cash
took
with me.
25 minutes,
And they
and
said,
in the
well, we'll
25
put a
minutes,
security guard out with you when
she
you go to
mentioned
your
her
car. And I
25
go,
times
yeah,
in
no,
25
first of all,
minutes.
I'm not leaving.
He'd ask her a question, how are
And
you
there
gonna do
is,
this?
you know,
Well, Trump caused all these.
there's no place to
She
lock
was so
it up
bad,
there
her own
either.
people were
And I'm
going like
going, no,
this, and they
I
cut
wanna
it
check.
short. They were waving their hands and that
And
sort of
they
thing.
go, well, I don't
And
know
then
if there's
there's, you know,
anybody
all of the
around that can
media
write a
that
check. And I said,
Is for
well,
her.
hopefully by
They were saying
tomorrow
how
there
bad
will be.
Brett
I said, I don't need
Baer
it
is.
tonight.
And yet
I
he's
said,
such
I
an
am not
honest, you know, taking
taking
that
that
well, you know, and.
Can you imagine everybody
Yeah.
watching you and this?
Well,
You know,
plus the
I think
fact,
the Democrat, I mean,
okay,
this was
it's
a
a small
coup
casino,
against,
relatively small.
you know, it sure was, you know, and now I think they're
How many
really to
people do you
regret it.
think are
What's his face in
black
California,
eyes?
that George?
I mean, talk
He's
about
distancing
really
himself
being
a lot of their mind, you know,
conspicuous.
but yet they were,
Even the following day
And
at
even,
breakfast, people were coming up to me
Obama,
saying, oh,
he was in
congratulations,
charge, you know,
congratulations.
he really invested himself in that.
There is no
Now
way
they're
I was
ready
gonna take
because
that money, and
Biden
they were
probably
really
would
put
be
out.
doing better.
First of all,
Yeah, I
they
think it's
want you to
Pelosi,
have the cash so that you'll
Obama.
spend it. You'll go, hey, now I'm really gonna have
Susan
fun.
Rice.
You know,
Those are the three that,
Yeah, you know,
and
and
the
I'm
one
like,
in New York.
party.
I'm not gonna do that.
Schuster knows.
And I said, on
Sure,
top of
sure.
that, I want you to take the taxes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, well, you don't hear anything from
Oh, that's
For
very.
20,000, I want you to take the
What an
taxes out before you give me any of it.
Yeah.
Well,
What a
it's
loser,
less
what a
than-
loser.
You know, and, you know, they took $7,000.
And then she took me to Mancini's, you know, so.
Yeah, I took her to Mancini's.
So I had steak and lobster, but I won't do that again. I think my bill alone was like
you know,
probably
about 20 years ago, I won $200.
Do you really
on
want
a
to talk
scratch
about
off
it?
ticket.
Uh-oh.
You know, I thought I'd hit the jackpot, you know? But 20,000, you give me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it ain't ever, it was one freaky thing.
I will tell you, I took the $200 that I won on the scratch off, and it just so happened that I was going to Turtle Lake. And I don't know why I was going to Turtle. Oh, it was Sandra's friend and her husband, Mary
Very great.
Mary Gray,
Yeah.
and Steve Gray. They wanted us to go to Turtle Lake with them, so we went to Turtle Lake with them. And I had, you know, I had just won this $200 on a scratch off. So I go over to this table,
You
there's a
feel
card
that.
game there, and I can't remember the name of the card
cards.
game. What is it? Yeah,
Blackjack or,
Blackjack.
yeah.
I think that was it.
It's like playing 21. You try to get up to 21.
Right, okay, that was
That's
it,
why
yeah,
I-
okay, I'd never played it in my life, I didn't even know what it was. Okay, so, I don't know what it was,
Texas
it was a
Hold'em,
certain
and
amount of money certain amount of money to get into it, maybe, you had to put money down, I don't remember.
Well, you have to make your bets. And each area has
Never seen
a
it.
minimum, so it might be a $10 table. So your minimum bet is $10.
Is there a $1 table? Cause that's the one I would have gone to.
Probably at Turtle Lake,
Oh, okay.
there might be.
Well, then,
Nowadays, most of the casinos, you're hard pressed to get a $5 table.
oh, okay, well, anyway, 5 or 1 or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
So I'm playing this blackjack game. I've never played it in my life, and I got $200, right? And then whatever maybe I had to give him some money, just get a card. I don't know what the deal was. But anyway, so like in a matter of 15 minutes, I'm at like 490 or 495 dollars. So I'm cooking. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
hot. And you know, on reflection, I wonder if maybe I was just maybe the table guy was kind of running me or something, I don't know what. So anyway, I'm damn near at $500 on this thing. And 15 minutes later, I didn't have a dime in my pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost that money so fast.
Well,
I didn't even really understand how I was losing it, but I couldn't dispute him because I didn't even understand what the hell the game was, you know. I was just sitting there. So I won $200 on scratch off, and finally I got back to where, I don't know, I was maybe at $180 or $150. And then I just said, okay, that's enough. That's
this
enough.
is as good as it
And that was
gets.
the last time. No, it wasn't the last time. And then, oh God, it must have been about 2 years later. I was,
This is the new bag.
oh, I know what it was. A bunch of us went up to Hayward,
Cute.
and we were golfing up at Hayward National. And on the way back, we stopped at St. Croix
These are the long.
Casino.
I have one.
The Dan Hurd one.
No, this was the Turtle Lake one, because we had to go to Turtle Lake. I think we went through Turtle Lake to get
Right,
To
Turtle,
get to,
Turtle Lake also belongs to St. Croix.
Right.
Goes to the strip.
So,
And,
So-
the back of those baskets,
Anyway.
one this basket.
so I went in there, you know, and I said, well, okay.
It's a thin.
So this time I just went to the slot machines, and I don't know, I spent maybe $20 or something like that.
It's hard.
And I lost that money.
The color's different.
So I said, well, you know, I'm done.
And they,
I'm not gonna do this gambling thing,
Waste
no
your
more,
money.
I'm not gonna do it.
We were given
I really couldn't afford it anymore, but at any rate, at that time.
I like the launch.
So I'm walking out the door, and there's this entry, they had a double door, and then a big space, and then another double door. And they had
That's Turtle Lake.
a contest by the local Lions Club. And so we'll sign up and, you know, donate $1 or whatever you want and put it in an envelope, put your name and address on it. And I thought, what the hell, you know, so I did that. I don't remember whether they put $1 in or $5 in or whatever it was. And so it's like 2 months later.
Came back with these baskets.
You
This is
were a
the
winner.
Irish one.
Yeah, I was a winner.
So I think
And
this
I
is
didn't even know what the
here.
prize
Oh, no,
was.
mine's not that.
And so I said, well, what's the prize? And they said, well, it's
Oh, no, I
it's
said, is that what
it's
you
a
were
wood
referring to?
chip.
Yeah, that and this basket are the same size.
I didn't know, well, what the hell is a wood chip? You know?
Just what everybody
You know,
needs.
geez, why couldn't I want a car or something like that? A wood chipper.
Yeah.
They said, well, you know, when can we deliver it?
I like the ones with the.
You know, I said, well, you can deliver it this weekend if it, you know, it's convenient for you. I said, okay, we'll drop it off on the weekend. So the weekend comes along and there's this truck backing up to my driveway, the one in Roberts.
Yeah, yeah.
And backs up into the garage, opens it up, and it's this
I came back and I put this machine, and then we were. doing
machine,
something
huge with a big hopper,
by the new
and it's for like chipping up branches and
turns
twigs.
it into.
And he says, this thing will chip, it'll chip a branch up to 3 inches thick. And of course, I live in the woods,
Knives
and so it turned out really kind of handy.
and.
And then, so it was was made, it was DR,
This was fall.
DR was the name of the company, DR. They make power wagons and
But,
that sort of thing. They're
And
kind of a
this
big
was,
implement
a
company in
Christmas
Vermont,
basket.
I think. So this thing comes all the way from the factory
It was like
to
maybe
my
1998 or
door
But it's
in
good price.
Roberts, Wisconsin, and they unload that sucker. And it's so wide, you know, it damn near takes up a car's fault. You know? I mean, it's a big thing, it's got its own hitch, you know, and big wheels and all this sort of thing. So, but God, did I have fun with that chipper. Oh my God. It chipped everything and lived in the woods, and I was always cutting down trees and splitting
And
wood
branches and
you know,
cleaning up
for the
and-
fireplace.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we were at the parties,
Yeah,
and I was always
absolutely.
filling with a damn fireplace
Absolutely.
downstairs.
And you get a wonderful
Yeah, I
job.
sure did. Yeah, I sure did.
It kept us cozy.
A lot of work, yeah, it was cozy, it was a lot of work. And then, but then I chip up all the branches and then all of the mulch,
Yeah.
then it was just great for the flower beds.
Right.
I would know mulch, and you could chip a thick
Mulch.
piles of mulch.
You really knew what to do there.
Yeah.
So, and I had to look it up, and that was like their 2017,
I did get
$99
the foliage recently.
was that, the cost of that chipper at the store.
I did
or
the
whatever.
basket's only different material.
So that's the only thing I ever won, other I did win a tennis racket.
And then
golf
the
tournament.
extra.
I didn't play
He likes
tennis,
a medium.
so they did.
I don't think that's, yeah.
Anyway, that's my experience with gambling.
I don't do it at all.
Well, actually, I didn't win that gambling, I made a donation.
It was a
to the
raffle,
Lions Club.
a raffle
It's called a
ticket.
small
Yeah,
store.
and
And then she
Sandy's
cleans it,
brother-in-law
cleans it,
was in the
cleans it.
Lions Club, so I, I'll throw some money in. But I got that, that was a lot of fun, I used that, God, I used that for 15 years.
My cousin.
Jeez, just wore it
He
out.
has the empty.
Had to replace some of the choppers in the eventually. Goodness.
Wow.
But these are the Thunderbird end tables and coffee tables.
So now once in a while I go to the gas station, once in a while I get a Powerball ticket, just for the hell of it. But the weird thing is this, I've had Powerball tickets that have no winners on them. But then like 2 weeks later, there's numbers come out that match some of my numbers. So are the numbers only for that Powerball or are they good for later Powerballs? Just the one that the date of the ticket has.
This is cute.
Each drawing day,
Yes.
they throw all of those numbers, and I can't remember if it's
Oh,
The shelf.
Yeah,
1
yeah.
to
Baker's.
Baker's Rent, yeah.
64.
And
I don't know.
that,
I
and then-
can't remember
Yeah, she's
what the
got
highest
baskets
number
I
and
think
is.
it's 69 actually, yeah.
They throw those balls into a hopper thing,
Decorated.
and those certain sets of numbers are drawn
Yeah, the crayons.
for just that drawing.
That's what I figured.
Just that drawing. It's kind of like,
Because it was like I had a couple of winners, I bought 5 tickets one time.
Yeah.
And 2 of them had some matching numbers. And I think one was like for $12 and one was like for $4. So I said, well, that's $16. You know,
Really.
and
But I find
this
they
was,
weed
you know, kind of
out
when gas
after we
prices were
were
really high, about a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever that
Yeah.
was. And,
Minimized, it's like a.
so now, what the heck, you know, I can get, 3 or 4 gallons of gas with this, you know. But I never turned it in, but they wouldn't have accepted it
Well,
because it wasn't the date of the
Find out
drawing.
how you like it.
So
each day has one set of numbers.
Yeah, and you can't, those numbers, even if there's a winner 2 weeks later, that's not a winner anymore. Because it was for a prior.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
But you know what? I enjoyed that if people appreciated that.
If you found out that your ticket was a winner,
No, my ticket was a winner on the new numbers 2 weeks later.
okay, like you had 1357, and 3 weeks later it was 1357.
I didn't,
You get, it's a fresh set of numbers each and every drawing. But you have 1 year to turn them in. So if you're ever in doubt, you just take them anywhere and they can put the
I
card in.
have had a couple of times where I won $4 and they just gave it to you at gas station.
Well, see, nowadays, a $4 win is, the only number you got right was the Powerball.
Stuff down.
That's $4.
Oh, I don't remember which number it was.
And then
And I don't remember how they
See,
did
it
it.
started saving those tickets like that. So I thought, well, maybe, you know, a month from now, a year from now, maybe I'll have these tickets.
That's why they always say, this person just won $1 million, and he always writes the same set of numbers down every week, you know.
Yeah, but he buys a new ticket
He
daily
has to
on
buy
it.
a new ticket every drawing. So people that have the same numbers every week,
she can get
the
where
only
she
time
is.
that they win is if
Capelon.
eventually.
I wouldn't wanna win like 800 million.
That's
I just wanna win like $1 million. But I just add it to the millions that I already have.
I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah. I've only got about $6-7 million. I wouldn't wanna drown that $6-7 million on 800 million. That would be fair.
I know it's too much of a hassle, you know.
Yeah.
Even if you want to be generous and give it away to all kinds of places, it's a pain in the ass. You don't want that. That's a big problem.
I don't want.
Well, I suppose for $1 million bucks, I
But then
Buy
it goes
some,
all down and.
could a little ticket back to our ancestors on Pluto.
You know, just at home.
I can do it now. Musco helped me.
I think a trip to Pluto costs quite a bit.
Probably.
That'll break into your retirement fund.
Coordinated and you did it.
Yeah. Look at the Cardinals, there's even a bunch, and the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
We've had as many as 6-7 pairs of Cardinals, 3 or 4 pairs of Blue Jays, and we get, we've had 3 or 4
Yeah, that's all she
grosbeaks,
And
which are very
Ron's part
pretty
of it.
birds.
He is a part of it.
And
Any Eagles?
bald eagle.
Are you still getting those weird looking things that are called, I think, Archies?
Chuckers. Not
Chuckers?
this year. This is the first year they haven't come.
Ah,
They tend to move.
I didn't notice the lights up there.
well, that's because they weren't twinkling until they came on. They were not twinkling when we came. No.
We had about 25 chuckers. And
Well, I remember-
they're just.
I remember we were looking at them and I'm going, you know, but they were real round little, they were fat little round things.
Do they go south for the winter or something, or what do they do?
No, they were brought into this area by someone. And
Ah,
kind of raised and they, you know, multiplied and that sort of thing. But they kind of come and go. Like we've had them some years, like, not this year, but last year, they were here all summer long.
And did they destroy anything?
20,
or-
no, they just walk around the yard eating like chickens do, you know? But then a hawk got one of them. Right, well, a hawk actually almost got 2. One, the hawk got one of them, but Lindsay got out there and actually prevented that chucker from the hawk getting him. But then the second time, the hawk got it, right in the backyard, because it's kind of an open area,
yeah.
and there's tall black grass everywhere else.
Yeah.
So they were unprotected, and in fact, Sandra was sitting in the porch, and I think she saw that.
Oh,
No, I was out, yeah.
Were you outside?
Yes, I was.
You know, that hawk swooped down and got it. Chicken hawk, I suppose.
And I couldn't get Lindsay out of the house. I had to run to get her. It was too late.
But we do have bald eagles that are around here because of the river.
Got lots of
And,
Oh, sure.
they're magnificent bird they are.
yeah, it's really
Well, that makes- Boy, a lot of birds,
Oh,
yeah.
aren't they something?
When I was at Roberts, I was going into Hudson, and I had just passed your folks' place. And I let something caught out of my left eye. I was driving on 110th Street before you get to 12.
I bet.
And there was just something caught me and I looked, and there is a bald eagle that's flying level with my truck, right? Oh, probably maybe
That's what I would.
10 feet to my left,
No, I don't want to do.
just at the same street. And what a magnificent
Eventually the
animal.
answer comes to you.
When they got the wings
And
spread
we all
out, you
had
know,
guardian
like that.
angels.
And I must have been going 35, 40 miles an hour.
So you had to listen to them, but.
That eagle was keeping up with me.
Gliding along.
You know, and then it flew off. But it was, you know, full grown, it had all the feathers on the wings, you know, and all that sort of thing. And then a white head, you know, and boy, that was just something.
I've never
It
had
lasted
a
maybe
this before.
15 seconds or something like that.
Fan.
You know,
Yes.
you would think that all of those that are so
Really
concerned with
nice, but
nature.
obviously I did something
How
wrong.
many thousands of eagles, wild eagles are killed in the windmills?
I don't need
Thousands.
thousands, really. I put a
Yeah,
little bit
you know,
on
across the country.
But,
But
you know,
nobody ever
and
says
then
anything,
I'm
they want the
rolled,
windmills over there.
so. But that, I have to be really careful. This I
You
can.
used to see them a lot on the St. Croix River, the bald eagles.
Very
You know,
low
just because
version
they
chocolate.
eat fish.
That's all I need to put it on, and it's
But boy, you get, and I think for a while, who was it used to put the camera
well,
on the
I'll
eagle's
just
nest
keep on
during
doing
nest
it.
game to watch the eagles? It was it CCO?
Well, I don't think it, well, CCO broadcast it, but I'm not sure that they're the ones that actually.
Yeah, maybe it was
had the camera.
DNR
Yeah,
did it,
yeah.
yeah. But then that was always kinda neat. Cause you see all those little fledgling,
Yeah,
bald eagles
eaglets.
in the nest there.
Yeah, when we used to go up to, by Ely, White Bear Lake,
No.
White Bear Lake.
Bearhead Lake.
Bearhead Lake
State
State
Park.
Park. They had a sanctuary and all these tall trees. Now, they did have it fenced off for all of these eagles, you know? And we would be up there,
And you were afraid that it was gonna take Kristen.
yeah, take one of the
But they
dogs.
would've,
Yeah, yeah,
they would've.
Yeah.
yeah,
She'd have lasted 5 minutes.
yeah. Little fat on the bone there.
Right about that.
Well, listen, are you?
No, no, I got
You know,
something for you. I
the
just.
thing that surprised
Can I
me
help
so
you with
much when that
something?
No, I was
eagle
trying to
flight
soak this pan.
I
I
didn't
never
know
get to
that.
soak it.
We've got some
bird
readings
is-
and some activity
They're
here.
huge.
I know,
They
I'm
are.
coming.
Before it gets
Their
dark.
bodies can be as big as a turkey's.
I'm coming.
And
Oh, I thought
the
they were even
wingspan
bigger.
is just
I was gonna
unbelievable.
say that it would probably be
Oh, man, that was really
as
something.
far as the table.
It was really kind of cool to watch it because you could see how it used the tips of its wings to navigate and to go up and down and all that stuff. So the wings were constantly in motion.
Little rudders. Little rudders.
Like in an airplane.
I wish the heck I'd had a camera you know, when I saw it.
Okay, Robert, take a break. So we got that too yet.
Oh,
So what do we do?
Here, this is Penny.
Yep.
You can sit here.
No, I'm gone.
I was talking about the mouse.
When she says take a break, she says
Take
get
a
the
break
hell out of
means-
town. Get the hell out of Dodge.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. It's, oh, right here. She's got something different than anybody on hers.
Oh, you just go right here.
Where's my light?
Well, wait a minute.
Somebody drink my.
This I was gonna bring last year, and I forgot it. So I'm going to-
Yeah. We got back and she goes, I forgot it.
I gotta just run and make a visit real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no rush, girl.
Sun's gonna be going down.
Yeah, it is.
And it goes down
Yeah, but you know what?
It does.
You think, oh,
You
yeah,
have
some
such a
time, and then
straight
all of a
shot.
sudden it's-
Once you get out of
Once we get past Mankato,
It's that, you know,
3 circles.
is it,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah, it is,
two.
it's 3. No,
Yeah,
there's
you
3.
got one more down the line, don't you?
There's
Yeah,
3.
right, and then it's
Yeah,
another
there's
circle.
3 of them.
Yeah.
But it's just slick, just,
I don't like that.
No. That was me, except when they had the detours. They were, what town was in the mountains? Is it Mount? What? No, it's not mountains. No, it's not. Whoops, doggy. I asked you to come in earlier and you didn't.
He kind of rules the roost.
But then if it is dark, you can try to look for the comet.
Oh,
Although I needed the binoculars to see it.
I was
Oh,
driving
you can
through
see it twice,
fields
so-
and everything else and
Yeah, it wasn't as vivid as the one in, I think, was it 1990? And there was one in the 90s that I remember, you could just look up and see it.
see what?
Comet. This one I
Oh,
have to
yeah,
use my
yeah.
binoculars. And they
What
say
a year.
there's a lot of meteor showers now.
Now?
I haven't
Really?
seen that.
You know, we got such a good
That's
exposure.
what I was thinking.
But you know what? Surprisingly, we used to see the Northern Lights, and I saw them the first time this summer.
Did you see
I
them?
said, they get Northern Lights down here.
But they've been out and so active and I haven't seen them, but I
Yeah,
couldn't
but
see
you know what?
them.
I wonder if it's because of the
Lindsay.
woods.
Yeah,
Lindsay.
probably that. And by that time.
Oh, they're
I would
dirty.
drive to-
They're dirty, they're not clean.
Yes, they are.
Well, they are now, but I gotta wash them.
Oh,
Okay, Lois, you
What?
first.
oh, okay, let me stick that there.
Yeah, I should get mine free, and I'm sure he thinks that
Well,
he didn't get anything.
Wait a minute. You can just wait. We'll just get ours here. Yeah.
Now,
He can be the man we all.
fall in love. How'd you get it in there?
They're-
You don't have to rip it. You can't.
Huh?
You can't get it out.
Oh,
You're not allowed to get it out.
No, I don't. I realized after I put it in, I thought, can I sign that?
What? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go out.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, oh, cutums. Oh, yeah, oh, is it,
You do, aren't you?
oh, is that, look at, it's a calendar.
You do for one.
Yes, hands off again, ladies.
Yeah.
It's a tour, oh, did you think of saying that?
Yes.
You are so clever, girl. Well,
Now.
I mean, presents and.
Not yet. Not yet.